So I wanted to relay what happened when I first began asking for poo donors. I was finished ecstatic dance on Sunday, and I was with Amy, and I just said, can I ask you a very personal and outrageous question, something like that? And she said, well, now that you put it that way, of course. So I asked her, explained to her the poo donor um, process, and she was thought she was in pretty good shape, was considering it. Someone else came over, and by then, oh yeah, it was really funny. Dan Vium, who is my tree trimmer, came over, and he'd just been talking about poo to someone. I mean, who would have guessed? And so I just brought him right into the conversation and filled him in. And I didn't actually ask him to donate, but I was talking about fecal transplants. And then Luke Parkhurst, who's young and healthy, comes sliding in, and Amy says, ask him, he's another poo donor. And I did ask him, and he was like down. He's like, oh yeah, I poo great. I always have. Oh, you need a poo donor? Yeah, well, I can do that. I could come and stay. It's a little bit of a trip, but I could stay. I usually come Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and work that out with you. So I gave him the dates. He seemed like a yes, a real yes. And I told him the dates I wanted to start. And he said, okay, I'll clean my diet up a little bit before we start. And he goes, oh yeah, we can start on Valentine's Day. So Lukey is probably the boy. Then I'm all set to do that. And then Monday, Jenny calls she's up in Sebastopol, and she's willing to drive down here every day, 4 days in a row, to deliver a little poop. And so I was like, really? You would come down and give that to me? And I didn't want to have anyone go out of their way. And she goes, no, that'd be fine. I could do that. And, so I just was amazed at how willing people are to help me. And I'm not sure what happened yesterday. I had a good day, mostly. It was really, really a good day, actually, until I got on the computer and I tried to change one thing. It took me, I think, an hour and a half to locate, resize, and reinsert a business graphic to my business signature on my email. I mean, I could just feel myself starting to bloat with what happened to my digestive system. Just went sour, and I didn't even really super stress on it, but I felt it. I was sitting here and I could just feel how the tension of that left brain trying to get it to work, there's no room for anything except perfection, and then there's no way of knowing why the hell it's not working, over and over and over and over, from the password doesn't work anymore to we can't save it for that reason, to you try to open it then and open it up in HTML, and it's all spaced wrong, and the picture's not there, and I just thought, oh, come on. I wanted to do this 5-minute job, and it's been an hour and a half, and I'm still not getting what I want. So, and then, I don't know, last night I was just tempted right before bed, which is when I like to eat, to eat an apple, which is not low fiber. And then I had another apple. And then I was gassy all night, and I don't know. Obviously couldn't have just been from the apples because I had them right before bed, but it kept me up until about 1. And so I realize now this morning, it's like, okay, I, that bliss I was feeling of being in my body, including myself, and really present and really focused and excited, had drifted off. And so I need to work it a little more and really notice that and call it back in, basically, from forgiveness and compassion. And actually, surprisingly, I've been pooping really well this morning. And part of what went on last night, after Jenny offered yesterday to bring poop, she called and said, "Oh, I've got poop. Can I bring it?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not ready. I'm going to do the colonic and this and that." And it made me start doubting, I think. This is the big thing for me. That, whoa, do I need to do this whole process? Maybe I should have several poop donors. That was something Luke had suggested. And then I read an article yesterday that John sent me about that. And it looked like when people didn't heal after a certain donor, then they tried a different donor and then they healed. So maybe there's really an advantage to having donors from different people, which I thought might be like a conflict, a little war of colonies. And so I started wondering if maybe I should do it really casually and not do this big build up and special diet and colonic and 4 days in a row and craziness. I forgot to mention after so then on Sunday night I went and I mentioned this to Jerry, who's kind of nutty, and he listened, and then he's like, "Oh, we'd have to move in together," and then he's like, "Oh, that might be too much intimacy. Well, it would either work or it might blow us apart." And I know, and I was thinking, well, do I really need to live with someone? I had thought about that, have someone come in for 4 days and just spend the night, and that's a stress in itself. And we didn't really resolve it. I think he's willing, and I still haven't heard back from Smokey. I'll hear from him on Thursday. So today is Tuesday, and the plan is about a week from now to begin this process. If I don't break down and just start putting poop in my body from random donors. Oh my God, do you have the best poop? Will your poop help me? The poo goo queen. There was something else I wanted to mention that was funny about all of this. Well, that's all I can think of for now, I guess. I thought there was another person. Jerry says he's pooped well forever and since he was a kid and never had a problem, hasn't taken antibiotics, eats healthy. He's a really good donor. He's local too. So that might be the way to go. I need to find a colon therapist. And I think the biggest thing is just, trust but verify, get my plan that got me going, and just try to stay focused in the positive and not rigid around the whole thing. Give myself a chance to have success. And, oh yeah, have fun and enjoy it.